If it's love, I want everything. Touch my soul, touch my heart, don't judge my mental. They told me that life is simple, been real since Papa Pimple. I started out in the rental, Sonata, the presidential. Speak once and listen twice. They told me that less is simple.
Now, folks, I gotta admit, I gotta come right at y'all with this one. So Kroger removed Snoop Dogg's Cali red wine after customers complained it was offensive. I mean, you just can't make this up. You really can. An in-store display of Snoop Dogg's Cali red wine was removed from a Kroger supermarket in Peachtree City, Georgia, after several customers allegedly complained it was inappropriate. According to WSB-TV Channel 2, shoppers said it was stereotypical to sell Snoop Dogg's Cali red wine during Black History Month. I mean, let's evaluate this before we go further. It's a supermarket. Supermarket usually sells wine, not liquor necessarily. That's separate, and you need a whole bunch of licensing for stuff like that. So they put out this brother's wine. We complain about not having enough entrepreneurs. This man comes in a market field where you don't have a lot of black ownership in it. As much as I'm against certain, content of Snoop Dogg's music, especially from the younger genre, no matter how into it I was as an ignorant youth, as a man, I understand now some of the content is detrimental, and I got to stand 10 toes on that. Anything that goes against the narrative that we need. But nonetheless, this man has a wine, that's his. He owns it. He's selling it. And of course, who is the main person that speaks out? Let's go ahead and say it. It's Johnny Jones. He's a former president of the local NAACP. He says, I just felt that it was offensive. I mean, in 2023, we still got a program that's calling about advancement for colored people. They're the ones to speak out against this. Are you serious? They're not the same ones to speak out against that so-called Super Bowl halftime show in LA a couple of years ago, promoting gang culture, all that stuff. But we're gonna go against his wine like it's some corner store liquor they're selling. I mean, it's wine, people. Wine. Even your Bible that you guys don't read nor promote properly talks about drinking wine in moderation. I mean, it just felt offensive. Let's continue. He goes, they really are promoting alcohol. Proud of drinking wine? No, we're proud of the Tuskegee Airmen whose shoulders I stand on, Johnny says. We need to be thirsty for knowledge, he told the station. I mean, talk about a reach. Let's not even talk about how Black history should be American history. So it shouldn't be focused solely on the month. It should be integrated throughout the entire year. I mean, anything involving this American country where I agree Black American descendants of slaves built this nation, I agree, but to talk about the Tuskegee Airmen, you're going to bring it there. We're talking about Snoop Dogg's wine company, Cali Red, his own brand of wine. A market that is so hard for Black folks to get into, Snoop Dogg is selling that. We can talk about all the negativity you want about Snoop Dogg and certain things, he has surrounding him, but this is something I veer to be, positive. And here we go, Black folks, always at a crossroad with morality, are the ones loud and proud to remove another Black man, product. Here we are, the biggest consumers in America. We're the biggest consumers, yet we don't consume to our own to build wealth that can circumnavigate, basically circulate again in our communities where the dollar doesn't leave right then and there like it always does. And who complains? It's Black people, specifically programs and organizations that hasn't really helped much in this community. NAACP in 2023. We still doing this, y'all? Johnny, the head of the NAACP in Georgia, locally, he further continues to promote the removal of the product, as Kroger reported that they received multiple complaints about Snoop Dogg's wine display. And the corporate offices said in a statement, Kroger is committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion in all we do. I mean, that's what I think, with them promoting a black man's wine, Snoop Dogg, in their store. I mean, I thought this is inclusion. I thought this is what we wanted. But let's continue. Kroger Company further explains, our intentions are never meant to be offensive. I feel y'all on that one. I feel y'all. Snoop Dogg and 19 Crimes' first collaboration with the Snoop Cali Red, which was the #1 selling wine innovation of 2020. I mean, I gotta clap it up. Not only does this brother have a product in a marketplace that's so hard to get into, it's a top seller, folks. Let's continue. They launched Snoop Dogg's Cali Rose in 2021, making it the first California rose for the brand and the second collaboration with the hip-hop icon, according to a news release. Snoop Cali Rose is a blend of Grenache and Zinfandel. The rapper previously shared his excitement about it in a statement saying, "We did it big with 19 Crimes Cali Red, so we had to do it again. And this time, I was thinking pink." See, the brother is already getting versatile with it now. This is called growth. You guys are not even thinking about the people that he can employ from our community. Mr. Johnny, NAACP, organization that hasn't really done much, is really championing based off of past, so-called acclaim to fame, past achievements that I can really argue about. It's very subjective at that. And I'm talking about this whole civil rights movement. There's a lot of things I would love to say about that, and specifically talking about how it was detrimental to do for self movement in black communities during segregation. I mean, folks, I'm not even dumbfounded, because this is what we do. So when I see, folks from the NAACP looking for another ruckus yet to be made, when we have so much more issues they should be speaking on, I put them to the liking of BLM. When all our folks was marching, burning their own communities, doing what we do best, getting loud, nothing is done, them throwing us token apologies or whatnot. I mean, it's so much things I could say about Snoop, but this is an area I won't touch. Actually, I promote such things as these business endeavors. Coming into the space of winemaking, you don't necessarily see the faces of black men or women. There are many that tries to get in that realm, but they don't get the notoriety that they should deserve. So when you see a Snoop Dogg promoting his brand of wine, it's not about if you like it or not, which a lot of people say they do like it. It's really about us achieving the goals and dreams that many of you say we don't do. And I find it funny, it's receiving backlash from us, our people, that are going nuts about 1 month out of the year for Black history. When I stand on this right now, Black history is American history. It shouldn't only be focused on for 1 month. It should be focused on in the entire year. That's how you show that love. Make it a feature incorporated with American history. You can't have white history in America without Black history. Now, that's all I'm going to touch on, folks. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. But this one struck a nerve with me. Read this at the end and you tell me which one you would choose. Have you ever purchased one of Snoop Dogg's 19 Crimes wines? Let me know.